Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope on Tuesday of the 8th week in Ordinary Time. Today is the very last day of Ordinary Time. We will not see it again for over 3 months when we return to Ordinary Time after Pentecost Sunday this coming June. I am recording on this day, actually, the day that Russia invaded Ukraine. A very sad day for humanity. A sad day for all of us who in any way would think that war is the solution to problems in our world and between nations. Fortunately, the Church gives us a great reading from the first letter of St. Peter that talks to us about holiness and talks to us about what our personal holiness might be. And I might say that war can never be a part of any consideration of holiness. In the first letter of Peter, he says, "Prepare your minds, live soberly, and set your hopes completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ." At the end of this reading, he says, "As he who called you is holy, be holy yourselves in every aspect of your conduct. For it is written, 'Be holy because I am holy.'" My friends, you and I are invited into the very holiness of God. We are made in the image and likeness of God, and constantly, day after day, moment after moment, you and I are invited into the very holiness of God. And so it's time for us to think about, of what does our holiness consist? What is your holiness like? Some people they live out their holiness in their prayer lives. For them, attending daily Mass or the recitation of many daily prayers, devotions, is a very deep part of what it means for them to be holy. Others are action-oriented in their holiness, feeding the poor, sheltering the homeless, writing checks to help people out who have no means of making it on their own. All are signs of the holiness of God. They are the many faces of holiness. There's not just one kind of holiness. There are many faces of holiness. So I ask you today, in response to this reading, in response to what's going on in the world, what is your style of holiness? And how can the holiness that you identify with help contribute something positive to this world that is so desperate for holiness? You need not be ashamed in asking the question of what your holiness is like, for your holiness is not just about you. It's actually the holiness of God, and God lives God's holiness through each one of us. God bless you.